Right, hello, welcome back. We are one day out. It is 11:30 this morning. So, picking up from yesterday's video, obviously I was awaiting Kyle's programmed last meal. The one I listed had carbs in. Got back here from dropping off Cooper to find out he'd removed the carbs. So my final meal was 25 grams of protein from whey isolate. So that was really filling. Really enjoyed that one. We woke up this morning at 211.8 pounds, which is 0.2 pounds under the cap, which is solid. So far today, we have had 2 very small meals and 3 litres of water. I've just sent Kyle, just 40 minutes ago, I sent Kyle my check-in that he requested, which you have seen, we filmed it. So that was after the 3 litres of water and the 2 meals. The 2 meals were, meal 1 was 24 grams whey isolate, 36 grams of rice pudding, and 20 grams of dark chocolate. And then meal 2 was 24 grams of whey isolate, 40 grams of rice pudding, and 15 grams of dark chocolate. Obviously the 3 litres of fluid is total, so that was also water that was added to the rice puddings. And that's where we're up to. So now we're sitting 2 pounds-ish over the weight cap. Weigh-ins on until 7 p.m. tonight, so obviously it's quarter to 12, let's say it's midday now. We've got 7 hours to weigh-ins and about 2 pounds to come off, which is easy going. We are assuming I am at the lower weight cap. Last year in Detroit, I was actually heighted in at the higher weight cap, so my weight cap in Detroit was actually 219 pounds. So if that's the case again, I'm well under. It's just after all the mic escapades and stuff like that, we don't know. So we're going to assume the lower one so we don't run into any issues, but we're optimistic that actually my weight cap should be 219, and hopefully that's what we'll get for the foreseeable. But for this one, pushing it low, make sure there's no issues, so we're just going to assume sub 212, and that's what we're going to get to. So yeah, he said chill for a bit. Next meal he's going to program in the next sort of 15 minutes. We'll eat that at 12:30, and that'll be the last. He said it's going to be another light meal, so I'd assume it's probably going to be some chicken and veg. I don't imagine there'll be any carbs in it. And then from there, we're just going to start to restrict water intake and obviously food and stuff like that, and just make sure that weight comes off prior to this evening. So this afternoon will be fun, but it's been a good morning. Did my usual mobility work and stuff like that, fasted, and then went across, sat in the hotel lobby, did my check-ins with the team. Everyone's sorted there, and now the rest of the day is literally just chill out, stay as horizontal as possible, because obviously if you sit, that's when your spine compresses throughout the day. So for those who don't know, you're actually taller in the morning, and then if you hunch, as I'm doing right now, just go a bit more horizontal, your spine compresses, so you're a little bit shorter at the end of the day. Now what I'm going to go do this afternoon before we go out, probably like 3-4 p.m. ish, whenever I'm bored and want to leave the room, just go down to the gym, and again just do some more mobility, stretch out, get Em to pull my fucking feet, decompress my spine a bit, and make sure I'm nice and tall. So we'll do that in a little bit, and that's kind of it. I'm just going to wait for Carl to set this next meal, eat this next meal. I'm probably then going to go take a nap. I actually did sleep pretty good last night, certainly best sleep I've had in a good few days, which is great, but I'm getting pretty tired now, so I'm forcing myself to stay awake just so I can eat this next meal before I then go and take a nap. Getting a little bit thirsty now, so the rest of the day is going to be a fun one, but it's part of the game. I'm sure all the other athletes I'm competing with are feeling the same right now, so I've just got to get it done. But time's passing, right? We've only got fucking 7 more hours. The plan is we'll go and weigh in. We'll also go a little bit early to weigh-ins. I think there's 10 competitors, and obviously this show is only a classic physique show, so pro registration and weigh-ins should go pretty quick. Right? There's 10 competitors. They've only got to speak to us. We don't have to wait for like open guys and everybody else to do their check-ins and stuff. There's literally 10 people they have to check in, so realistically it should be an in and out job. I'd like to think in about half an hour, but it depends how much speaking they want to do and stuff like that, so we'll wait and see. But it's only 10 minutes away, 10-15 minutes away, so Kyle's just said take plenty of fluids with you. First thing we're going to do after you've made weight is just rehydrate. Obviously if you just slam, this is I think mistakes that I made last year with my old coach, was during the day here we were eating a lot of different foods, should we say, very enjoyable foods, but stuff like muffins and stuff like that, because they're calorie dense. So obviously I was very flat by this point last prep because we didn't manage it the best, so we were trying to keep the physique alive, so we're trying to get as many calories in as possible without too much food volume and weight. Whereas this year, because my physique's in a much better spot, I've retained a lot more size, it's not as malnourished, shall we say. So we can actually keep water going in and use the same food sources we've been using. So digestion's perfect, water's still going in, and we've not really had to kill me too hard to make weight here. You know, we've not had to go 20 hours without eating or drinking and stuff like that. So that's fantastic. But yeah, last year, the minute I got off the scale, we just pounded as much food as possible. Didn't really rehydrate after we dehydrated a little bit, and as a result, obviously, to fill up and to store glycogen, you need obviously carbs, glycogen, water, and sodium, and we were missing that water aspect. So I ate loads of food, and it didn't really do anything. Whereas this year, obviously, Kyle's got a better approach. So it should work a bit better. So we're just going to rehydrate and then drive home, and then get 2 meals in tonight probably. Obviously I go to bed quite early, but tonight I'll go to bed a little bit later. Tomorrow it's show day, we've got nothing on until the evening again, so I'll have a lie-in. We'll just shift that sleep schedule back a little bit, is the plan. So it's a pretty relaxed one. I've just put some chicken in the air fryer now, cooking that up. Just literally plain chicken, no seasons or anything like that, just for today and tomorrow really. Then I'll probably keep cooking chicken because I bought way too much. I'll cook it all and then I'll try and take it home whether it'll make it home, I don't know, but we'll find out. That's that. So yeah, we're gonna sit around here, wait for the next meal, eat that, and then have a nap. Hope the day passes quickly. I'm gonna play my Lego Pirates of the Caribbean at some point when I wake up from my nap and just chill out. I'm really relaxed. I'm actually really happy. Those check-ins outside, the lighting's been a little bit naff here during my time, so I've not really got to have a decent look at my physique, but that check-in out there I'm very pleased with, especially considering this is me at my basically worst, my most depleted, flattest and stuff like that. So if that's it is worst, you know, I'm not expecting anything drastic to really come to life or change when we start to put food in. Obviously, we've got a very limited amount of time to load here. The only time we've really got to load is on show day, and also I want a nice tight waist on stage at 7 p.m. at night. So really, we're probably going to do 2 or 3 big meals tomorrow. We'll wait and see. So I'm not expecting anything drastic to change, but if we can get 5% better from where I'm at now, I'm satisfied that I would have brought my absolute best this year, which is all I can do, and it's a very nice feeling because obviously last year I did not have that feeling. I worked hard and I knew I was not at my best, and I knew we could have presented something significantly better. Whether that would have changed my placing or not last year, I don't know. I also don't care. You know, it's just frustrating that I didn't show me my best. Whereas this year, again, the whole regardless of the placing thing, like as long as I show my best, that's a win. And already, you know, there's such a difference to my physique this year with the sharper lower back. I'm drier, I'm way leaner, I'm way more muscled than I was on stage last year, and we've not even done sort of full drying out process and stuff before the stage yet, so it's only going to get better from here. So very happy, mentally in a really good spot. The morning's actually passed pretty quick. The fact we're at midday nearly already, can't complain. Yeah, sure, the next 7 hours might be a bit of a drag, but I'm thinking if I can get like an hour and a half nap, play a bit of the old ROG for a couple of hours, go do some ability work, and then we'll just head over a little bit early. It shouldn't be too bad. It should pass. So that's where we're up to. I'd love to create more of a video here, but there's really not a lot going on. I'm going to go back in bed, wait about 20-30 minutes, and then we'll get this next meal. No idea what it'll be. My prediction, chicken and courgette, I reckon, a very low amount, with maybe like 500 ml water, should we say. We'll wait and see. I'll tell you in a little bit, but we'll catch you then. Next meal has been given. So first up we have 10 grams of olive oil. How delightful. And then the main event, I've just prepped loads of chicken, right? So this done 2 lots in the air fryer. It's 1.5 kilo of cooked kilo and a half of 1.2. Fuck me, right? Cooked 1.2 kilos of raw chicken. That's me covered for the next sort of 2 days now, really, because protein is low, as you're about to see. Now, I'm not going to eat out my normal mixing bowl because this meal is bleak. Precisely. $50 grams of this chicken. I'm weighing it. I weighed it raw, then I did the conversion just because, as you can see, I've slightly overcooked it. I don't mind that. But obviously, I want to make sure it's still the same amount I usually have. Right, there we go. 50 grams of that. I'm going to let that cool, stick that in there and put it in the fridge, obviously. And that is That is it. It's 10 grams of olive oil and chicken, and that is way too much olive oil for that amount of chicken. That is disgusting. I've got a gram of salt, which is my usual amount with not limited salt. Great. And then with that meal, we've got 250ml water, which is in there. So, gonna eat this, wait about an hour, and then Kai wants some more check-ins and an update on body weight. So, that is the plan. I don't really know how to make this taste. I'm not even gonna try and make this taste nice. Fucking gram of salt on that chicken. Fucking just. Do I use it as a sauce or do I use it as a dressing?
Probably better doing it as a dressing. Yeah. Because imagine you run out.
It looks like I'm just eating a bowl of petrol. That is absolutely rank. What a delightful meal. I'm not even giving this the. Okay, I'm actually hungry enough for the salt with the oil and chicken tastes kind of good. Right then, we just checked in with the big dog, Sir Kyle. Checked in at about 1:30, it's now about 2. Weighed in to 11.8, I think it was, so just under the cap, which is great. We've got 5 hours from now till we weigh in. Me being me, I don't want to go to weigh-ins at 212. I want to be 211 on my scale going to weigh-ins, because obviously my scale is not a calibrated scale, it's a travel scale. It's the same scale I use all year. I used it last year. From memory last year, I actually think my scale shows me is a little bit heavier compared to their scales. What I'm probably going to do this time around is literally take my scale to weigh-ins, step on theirs, and then just step on mine after, so I can see at that moment what the exact difference is. Just because it's good to know. But yeah, so obviously I want to play it safer rather than push it. So relayed that to Kyle, and I think he agrees. And I'm not feeling like I actually need food. I'm fucking hungry, but like I don't feel crazy dead inside and energyless. I think it helps. I'm close to the show, so I'm kind of excited. So we're literally doing 500ml water, which is obviously 500 grams body weight, about a pound, over the next half an hour to finish that. And then I'm going to go for a nap and chill out. Obviously we'll keep going to the bathroom, so that water's just going to keep passing. It's just keeping us hydrated. So again, just keeping us as topped up basically, so I don't have to restrict too hard. So we're in a very nice position. And that's kind of it. So going to chill. He's not asked me to send another check-in. He's not giving me a time yet, so I don't know when that'll be. I would assume at like 4 p.m. probably, maybe a little bit earlier, but I'd be surprised. So I don't think we're going to do a whole lot really. So I'm going to drink this, go to bed, and then in a little bit we'll go down, do some stretching before we head off to Reg and make weight and go from there. Right, had a nap, weighed in, Carl's happy, giving me one more meal. So we've got 250ml water that I'm drinking now, 4 caramel rice cakes, half my normal salt for this sort of meal, and 20 grams of dark chocolate, which I've like semi-melted. Right, still a few chunks in there, and we can just sort of layer that on the rice cakes. We're going to make one really good one, and then the rest will be a little bit more sad and bleak. But what an absolute delicacy that is. Got some, basically just a big chocolatey rice cake, which was banging. That is bottoms up. Right, we're back again. It is 10 to 6, so we're about to go stretch out and then head off to the venue nice and early. Weight is doing exactly what we did. I think since I last updated you, weighed in nice and light again, did 500ml water, chilled out, napped a little bit, and then just weighed in again now. Happy with where we're at, so we're repeating that last meal you saw. 4 rice cakes, 20 grams dark chocolate, half my normal salt serving, and then just 250ml water going in now, and then this is it till we've made weight. So very happy, we're going to make weight. I have to give Kyle all the fucking credit here. He's kept me so relaxed and made this process a lot easier than I expected it to be, and that's all down to him. And I think He's obviously incredibly knowledgeable. I've just texted him this and thanked him. Like, he's obviously very, very smart, knows his shit. That goes without saying. But for me, the biggest difference in what I need from a coach is that relationship. And Kyle just has this ability to keep me so calm all day, all prep so far. Like, there's been a massive mental shift this prep for myself, and I think Kyle's a huge aspect of that. So credit to him. Now I'm very hungry. Obviously, I don't even know what calories are total for the day, but I don't think we're anywhere close to 1,000. And I've been up since 4 a.m. and it's now nearly 6 p.m. So I'm going to enjoy this. We'll go stretch out, get as tall as possible, and then head off to weigh-ins. I see, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Easy.
I'm fucking stuck. See what Carl said, take his day, remember? Don't injure yourself stretching. It's not fucking possible. Up. Should be efficient, I'd hope. It is coming up to 7 now. Obviously, I'm just going to weigh in on. They've actually got calibrated scales, which is great because I have done shows before where they haven't, which is always interesting. But now this is great. Should be nice and quick. Pay for photos, grab the media pass, coach's pass for M because she is boss this weekend. And then get out of here and go and get eating. I think obviously we're going to drop. We're back in Oss now, which is like where Cooper's staying. So I'll drop him off at this place after, and then I'll just go back and film my carb up meals on my phone. We'll put those in this video, but we'll just film on my phone because it's going to be quite late. I don't have to drive Cooper back at like 10, 11 p.m. So phone vlogs are coming later tonight.
We are happy that you guys wanted to compete here in this show, the Benelux. And well, what can I say? I was amazing because 10 athletes for the first time, that's amazing. And good athletes.
Thank you.
So I give the words to the heads, Ildiko Birnitz.
Thank you very much, Leona. Nice to meet you guys.
you.
I am happy to see you because most of I already judged you on different shows. So I am very happy to get the trust from Tyler Manion and to be the head judge on the first Benelux Pro Classic competition. We are all very excited, and I really want to see the best shape of everyone tomorrow on the stage. Fine, thank you. Nice to meet you. Is it for you? Yeah.
96.2. Okay, perfect.
7:20. We've made way. We are on the way out. So, man, all sorted. Media pass, VIP, coach, athlete, everything's rock and rolling. We've got a number. It was a number that I can't remember. 400 and something in the 10 athlete show. Who knows why? Yeah, dead easy. Got the smaller weight cap, unfortunately, which is what it is. They did pull it down hard, to be fair. The scales broke, the calibrated ones, they weren't working, so they used someone else's scales out of the car. I was 95.05, which I don't know what that is in pounds because I do pounds. Let's have a look. 209.5, so 2.5 pounds under the cap. I stripped off, I didn't need to, but I wanted to just to get the lightest weight possible. So yeah, we got a good bit of weight we can still put on, even though we did get the smaller height cap, which is fine, it's what we assumed. It's what I have been at every show apart from Detroit, to be fair. So there we go, job done. Back home now to eat. I will vlog it on my phone and yeah, ready to rock for the morning. Excited. Things are done. Nobody intimidated the shit out of me, which is nice. Normally you're in there and you're looking at everyone's shredded cars and getting in your head. I think this time around I'm just so relaxed and confident that I'm bringing my best, that if somebody does beat me, as I've said many times now, they are simply better, which is fair play. So yeah, as long as I bring my best, that's all I can do, and I know I'm doing that, so I'm full well relaxed, happy and confident. So let's get to it. Right then, we are back. 8 PM. Bit of a disappointing meal, I'll be honest. I was expecting more food. We've got 100 grams of rice pudding, 60 grams of cinnamon cereal whey ice, which I'm very excited for. Protein has been heavily reduced these last 2 days, so I really miss my whey paste, and this just looks phenomenal. It is the best part of this meal. Then we've got 125 grams of fruit and 20 grams of dark chocolate, so it's just over 100 grams of carbs, about 12 grams of fat, and about 50 grams of protein. Obviously protein's been reduced, so we do need to put that in. There is science behind amino acids helping shell glycogen through and stuff like that, so it's important. We did the minute I finished weigh-ins, I got a litre of water in. We've got 500 ml water, double fluid with this meal, so that's partly in the rice pudding, partly in my whey paste. I drank the rest of it, so that 500 ml is done once I finish this. And then for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, I've got 750 ml of water to get through here. So I'm gonna eat this and then check in about an hour and a half. And then we'll do one more meal, which I'll film and show you, and that'll be that. But the cinnamon cereal whey isolate paste that I've missed so dearly. Unbelievable scenes. If you've never tried cinnamon cereal whey from ESN, it is literally the way I can describe it. Is if you know Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the cereal, it's like a powdery, sugary cinnamon dusting on the outside of that. Or if you have ever had it, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch frosting, so icing. There's like a little pot of it. I've had it in America before in some of my cheat meal videos. This whey paste literally tastes like that. It is unbelievable. So yeah, cannot recommend it enough. Currently 30% off as you're watching this video, so go take advantage, code Eagles. As is everything else on the ESN website, so all your usual subs, 30% off. Go capitalise. I'm going to enjoy this meal. I am absolutely starving. Also in this meal with 1 gram of salt, sorry, so my usual amount of salt. Right then, it is 9:30 PM. I have just done my check, which also I couldn't film because I think I'm checking my phone. I'm filming on my phone currently. So checked in and weighed in, 211.8 pounds. So technically I was still on a weight cap after that rice pudding and a lot of water. I've got a little bit left of the 750 now, which I'm having with my PM subs. So obviously we brought out all the subs with us, / had some sent out. We're keeping them consistent today still. So in here I've got my final aloe vera. Bosh. Tiny bit left. I'll do that after the show, probably Monday morning before I go home. So we will do that with some of this water that we have weighed out. There we go. Right, and then in there we will bang in all our usual stuff. So I'm not going to go through them all. The main one being, right, very, very important tonight. The sleep. Every night without fail I have this product and it massively aids my sleep, funnily enough, so pick that up. Bit of vitamin C with that as well, stop me getting ill. Also obviously water balance, have it every single night, so keeping that consistent. And then all my other starts, which I won't go through in film because that will take me a while, but I'm going to have that now. I've just sent my check-in to Carl, so he'll be sending me the plan for this last meal. We're going to eat that, we're going to eat off to bed. So one more meal to come. I will show you it once I've made it and update you with what it was. And then we'll wrap this up here, and tomorrow is fucking show day. Kind of crazy to me to think that in less than 24 hours, the whole thing will be done. It always seems so long to get here, and it always goes so quickly. So I've really tried to be as present as I can this time around, to really enjoy it and savour it, and it's still kind of flown by. It's difficult to be present when you are in the trenches, when you are suffering, like eating the olive oil and chicken. But it's all part of the process, and you always look back on it with such fond memories. So, doing what I can to enjoy this one. Right then, here we are. Let me just pull up the meal so I can actually tell you what it is because my phone is there. Right, it is 10 PM. We have an absolute bucket of rice pudding. That is beautiful. So, 170 grams of rice pudding, 140 grams of carbs. In the rice pudding, mixed in 20 grams of olive oil, so 20 grams of fat, as well as there is 30 grams of 9% dark chocolate in this meal. I've done 25 grams in the rice pudding melted as always. And then I've got some dates with this meal. I have a stuffed date with some dark chocolate that I'm going to microwave briefly before I eat it. New discovery dates, he put them in on one of the high days last week for me to try. Obviously very dense, easy carb sauce. I really like them. Can't believe I've never had them before. I literally programmed for the clients, I just never had them before myself. So that's that. So we've got 45 grams of dates. Then we have 100 grams of fruit, which is banana, blueberries, a tiny bit of raspberries. And then we also have another 48 grams. Last meal was 60 grams. This meal we've got 48 grams of cinnamon cereal with isolate paste. 500 ml fluid total for the meal. Split in the rice pudding, so I've made the rice pudding a little bit denser because it's 170 grams, but it looks the exact same size as the 100 grams I did earlier. So just less water in that. Well, same water in that, but more rice pudding, so it's a couple more carb dense. A bit of water to drink and a little bit of water in the whey paste. I will eat this meal now. I'm really excited for it. I'm very hungry, and then I will come and wrap up this video because I need to send these clips off to Cooper so you can get them in the video for tomorrow. And it's already 10 PM. I'm normally asleep by this point, but I'm still a little awake just due to being quite hungry and very excited for this meal. But the minute I've eaten this meal, we'll get the clips sent and we are getting off the bed. So catch you up after for a round off. Meal polished off. Went down far too easy as anticipated. That's what you get with rice pudding. Such a good digesting carb. As the dates are, obviously a much higher fat meal than usual with the 20 grams of olive oil, 30 grams of dark chocolate. I think that's probably what, like 40 grams of fat, 45 grams of fat. Obviously final meal before bed. It's going to help it all stick overnight and my body not just burn through it because obviously we are pretty depleted. But the carb load's underway, 2 meals deep into it. I'm glad the day's done. I'm very, very excited for tomorrow. I'd love to go. I plan on going on some emotional spiel at this point because I am feeling very grateful. I don't know what the word is. A combination of many feelings that are hard to put into words. Just really with how the prep's gone, how this peak week's gone, and how I'm feeling mentally, really. And the fact that I'm just excited to get on stage. It's a new feeling at this point. Even in my best preps prior, I've not felt like this before, which is massive for me, just in itself. You know, regardless of whatever result happens tomorrow, I've loved it, and I'm still loving it. And this is the best I felt going into a show. So, what more can you ask for, right? Obviously, a win would be nice, but that's what we'll handle tomorrow. We'll at least give it our best shot. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm excited to see what the plan is tomorrow, how Kyle handles it. Obviously, this is all a new experience as well. It's mine and Kyle's first peak, which typically on paper you'd anticipate to be our worst or work of the season, or our weaker look of the season, shall we say? Because as you do a peak, you know, Kyle learns about body and we refine things and get better. And obviously at FIBO, he's going to be there in person. We've got longer to carb load and stuff like that, so it gives us more room to perhaps bring a better package. But even for this first one, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm excited. So we will see what comes tomorrow. Obviously, will be filmed for the vlog, the show day video. So this one will be out tomorrow morning. Tonight, if you're watching this, there is a live stream. It'll be the top link in this description of this video. I am on stage at 7 PM local time, so Dutch time, which is 6 PM UK time. So if you do want to tune into that, top link in the description, on stage at 6 PM. It is pre-judging the finals straight through. It is only Classic to be Classic physique. So tune in and watch that if you want. If not, the show day video will be out on Tuesday at 5 PM, so set your reminders for then. Reason being, we've got to fly back early Monday, so poor Cooper doesn't have time to edit. But we'll get out as quick as we can. As I said, really excited. Very grateful to be here. I really do appreciate all the support, all the kind messages these last few days. Obviously, I'm trying to stay off my phone, so I've not really replied to anybody, so I do apologise, but I'll do my best to catch up after the show. But yeah, to Kyle, he's been unbelievable today. You know, we've done God knows how many check-ins, and he's in a completely different time zone, and I couldn't have asked for anything else from him. He's kept me so relaxed and happy. So thank you to Kyle. Same goes to Em. She's been unbelievable as always. Just taking as much stress and making sure I'm all sorted. It's certainly been a much smoother, easier time for me having her here as opposed to last year when I was out there alone. So lesson learned. Yeah, makes life easier. So yeah, really good spot. I'm very tired. I'm gonna go to bed. We've got an alarm set for about 5 AM. Wake up, check in, and get the day rolling from there. If there's anything exciting in the morning, I will try and vlog it on my phone for the show day video. But realistically, the mornings are usually pretty stable. I'll get up and go and do my mobility work as per usual, and we'll get some meals in. As for how big the meals will be or how many meals, we'll find out tomorrow. So tune back in for the show day video where we're going to finish this Netherlands job as we started it. Relaxed, enjoying it, making the most of it, and bringing our absolute best to the stage in less than 24 hours time now. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, see you in the next one.